All right, guys, I appreciate everybody taking time to check out my 2012 Cayenne S in umber metallic. Not a color you see every day. It's super cool. We got a trailer backing up. I think they see me. I hope they do. So we're gonna keep an eye on them. At any rate, super cool car. I'll be honest with you, when I bought it, I didn't realize the engine had been replaced. I missed that on the Carfax when I bought it. When I got it, started going through it, started climbing around it. I saw the new transfer case. I could see the tone of the engine block, looked new. I started making some phone calls. I did talk to the dealer that did the work, and they did verbally confirm that everything was done. But because I didn't own the vehicle at the time, they will not release any service records to me. It's a little frustrating, but that's the world we live in. I did write the previous owner a snail mail letter. Maybe they'll get back to me, maybe they won't. It would be great if they did. I would love to get those invoices, but I cannot make any promises, but I am trying. I have a buddy that works at a dealership, and he sent me those pictures from the warranty inquiry of the engine being diagnosed, so that's good to have. But so far, that's all I can really offer beyond the Carfax as far as documentation. Now, I did want to talk about the front bumper a little bit. In some lighting, in the shade, it looks spot on, perfect. And then sometimes, if the light hits it right, it does look a shade off. So and obviously we can't check paint meters on a bumper because it's plastic. So I don't know, possibly the bumper's been painted. I mean, maybe there was a little dingo, or maybe it was just rock chipped. I mean, there's no way to really know why, especially with the mileage. It is conceivable that the bumper was repainted at some point in the car's life. So I'm gonna quit talking. We're just gonna listen to the engine here. But the car presents, I'm afraid, well, I say afraid. This was a really hard color to photograph. And I just hope that it translates in pictures and my video we're making here. So as far as cosmetics on the driver's side, there really isn't much to point out. It's really clean. There aren't really any dents, dings, scratches, etc. The driver's rear wheel is good shape. Driver's front wheel, however, unfortunately, has some gouges in it. And that spoke right there. And that spoke right there. So you could get them refinished. Honestly, this is a driver level with a cool color. I wouldn't myself worry about it. I would just enjoy it. It's fun to drive. Passenger front wheel. You got some scrapes over there. Scrapes right there, and then a gouge down there at the bottom. There's a dingo here. There's a dingo here, and then on the flare and the right rear door, there's some light surface scratches. Those might buff out if that really, if that's something you wanted to take on. And then the passenger rear wheel, good shape, nothing to report back here. Alright, let's pop the hatch, demonstrate the power hatch. And we're gonna, obviously we have the cargo cover here, which is nice to have. All your, that's my last minute clean rag. All your various tools and whatnot. Little known thing that not everyone knows about, the prop to hold that up. So why you get the spare out. Pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna put that down. Then you close it by just hitting this button right here. Rear seat is in good shape. No rips or tears. Oh, we gotta unlock it. All right. Rear seat, good shape. Nothing to really report back here. So we have the window shades in the back, both functional. So I did this myself. I replaced the gears for this one. They were stripped out, so that one wasn't working when I got it, so that's been fixed. We have the 4-zone climate and heated rear seats. All of these, everything is working back here. Pretty cool. You can do your locks in the back seat if you want to. Interesting feature on the Cayenne that maybe not a lot of people realize, I'm going to point it out. You can actually move the rear seat up. This came in handy for my wife and I because we had an older dog at one point, and she had a hard time going from here to there. So with the seat moved up, she could kind of move about the car freely. And I might need to use both hands, so I'm gonna put my phone down. Okay, so I just moved the back seat up. You can see where it's a lot closer now, and then we're gonna move it back. So that's a neat feature. Of course, the seats fold down by this lever right here. There they go. Then they lock, and then you just grab that and pop them back into place. And then they go to that setting, and then they recline back a little further. Okay. Right front door panel, good shape, nothing really to report here. We don't really have a lot of problem with these seats, but we're going to do our best to just kind of show that everything works properly. I've actually, out of all the things I've fixed on these cars, I've never had to fix a Cayenne or Panamera seat operation. All right, let's jump in the car here. So our dash is in good shape. All of our buttons are present on the window switch. So it does have lane change, blind spot assist. You see the little yellow lights blinking. That means the system is ready to go. And we have our power mirrors. Then we have mirror adjustment on this side. Mirror adjustment on the right hand side. AC feels great. We're gonna turn on my seat. So it's a little hard to see, so we're gonna see if we can find some shade. All right, this isn't the best, but it'll do. Oh, there's some up here. Let's see if we can cruise on up here. Perfecto. All right. So obviously we're at temp. I've been driving the car pretty much all morning. So the steering wheel, the wooden steering wheel is in great shape. The veneer, nothing is cracked, which is kind of rare because they always crack. All right, so we went through our buttons, our mirrors, lane change. Let's do our wipers, do our horn. We're gonna do the sunroof, so the shade goes back. Shade goes back and up. And then close it right there. I thought the shade was one touch. Apparently I was wrong. You need to hold it. All right, so let's see, we got no messages up here. Tire pressure is good, everything's good, good. So climate on these, oh, let's do the radio first. Got my Dave Matthews CD in there. I'm keeping that. So don't really have a lot of issues with climate, heat and AC on these cars. Sometimes I've had to fix a few of the heated and vented, but not on this one. And you might say, how do I know they work? Well, on these cars, if the light lights up, they're functioning. If the system detects a problem, what happens is if you press the button, they light up and then go right out. That means there's a short somewhere. Sometimes the sensors go bad, wiring, whatnot, but I didn't have to do anything to this one. We were all set. So we have our fan speeds. Everyone probably knows this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You have independent air distribution on the Panameras and the Cayennes. It's a really neat feature, or at least the 958s, not the early ones. I always joke, so like I like air on my feet, right? My wife doesn't. So we can drive in the same vehicle and have air going where we want it. It's actually a huge, huge plus. You think it doesn't matter, but it does. Oh yeah, cruise control, check. So we have sport mode, just makes it a little bit more zippier to drive. Okay, we're gonna go through, so the transfer case. Then you can do the center diff. I don't know if you can tell, but the car is moving upwards a little bit here. It's going into like high mode, which it defaults to. So the whole chassis raises up when you go into four-wheel drive, or the center diff lock. And then you turn it off, off-road mode off, and then we're back into highway. And then we set the suspension back to normal. So really for normal driving, right, you're gonna use normal or you're gonna use low, which is right here. So now we're at normal, then you can go to low. In the car, you can kind of tell, you can kind of hear it settling, so it goes to low. So those are only really the two settings that you're going to use. I mean, theoretically, as long as you own the car, because, I mean, you could go off-roading and mudding and all that stuff, but let's face it, people get the Cayennes and just highway cruise. But you can if you want to. So then we have the three suspension settings. We have sport, which I usually drive in. We have normal, and we have comfort. So I like sport. It just tightens everything up a little bit. It is a little, like, I don't want to say tight. I don't want to use the word rough, but if you have like neck, back type, situations. I mean, my wife does, so I completely understand it. She's a newer one, but it has the same suspension settings. She always rides in comfort, just because it's more comfortable. But you can do whatever you like to do. So I guess that is really, I'm trying to wait for it to focus. There you go. That's really it. The wood, I just really hope. It's a really cool build. It's a really unique build with good colors. Honestly, I don't usually go for the wood trim. I like the carbon fiber. Or like the piano black, but the wood works. It just kind of flows really well, especially with the exterior color. Alrighty, guys. So there we go. If you have any questions whatsoever, just ask, and I appreciate your time.